Let me talk to you about no income proof business loan for your new LLC business. Okay. And we want to have a conversation about how to get the loan amount that you need and deserve. We are speaking about a giant loan amount here. Very important. Okay.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. You know they're coming up to me, cause I'm just the kind of flower with a stinging killer beat, but the rhythm's getting higher. Go, 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 go. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sorty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee, or tea, or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want you to really learn the few hacks, the few tips you need to understand today to get a no income proof business loan for your new LLC business. So here are the steps I want you to follow. First thing, you need to understand what we're talking about. Okay. The thing is, you have a clear idea what a no income proof business loan is. You really have to master that. Okay. People are saying, well, I think I have I have an idea, but you have to have a clear idea. A no income proof business loan means what? It means that the lender is not asking you for, they're not asking you for income proof. However, they will ask you maybe for a collateral. They will ask you to actually use an asset to actually attach that asset to the loan. For example, accounts receivable or merchant cash advances. Okay, you have to really understand when we talk about no income proof business loan, and we mean stated income loans. So when you hear the terms no income proof business loan and stated business income loan, those are interchangeable. They mean the same thing. Okay, and so you have to really understand why the lender will take that risk. Well, the lender is taking the risk of giving you a no income proof business loan because they have some kind of collateralized. The loan is collateralized. So what are the types of a no income proof business loan? You have equipment financing. In other words, the lender knows that, hey, listen, I'm gonna give you some cash. You buy the equipment with it, and if something happens and you don't pay me back, I'm gonna repo the equipment. See, the equipment constitutes the collateral. So you also have merchant cash advances. Now, in merchant cash advances, there is no collateral. The only thing is your credit card sales, your debit card sales constitute, quote unquote, the collateral the lender is paying attention to. Okay, so merchant cash advances provide upfront funding that you repay with a portion of your credit or debit card sales. So these advances require minimal paperwork, as you may be able to qualify with just a few months of your business credit card statements. So if you want to qualify for, if you have a new LLC business and let's say you have been in business for 1 year, for 3 months, for 6 months, whatever, okay, and if you happen to process transactions online or through credit cards or debit cards, you can use your statements to qualify for a merchant cash advance. Invoice factoring is another type of no income proof loan because your accounts receivables constitute the collateral that the lender is looking for. Okay, here are the pro tips. If you want to really apply for a no income proof business loan for your new LLC business, understand exactly what kind of a no income proof business loan you are looking for, and make sure that you have the assets or whatever you gotta have, the guarantee that you need to have this to secure the loan. Let me talk to you about the second hack. And this is really important, boss, son, daughter, I'm talking to you. Do you have a clear idea of the lenders? You need to seek lenders that provide these kinds of loans. Okay, right off the bat, I want to say something. You probably will be disappointed or whatever, but listen, no bank or credit union will give you a no income proof business loan. They just don't do it. It is not in their DNA. Don't even try. I don't care how strong your relationship is with Navy Fed, is with Chase, is with PNC, whatever. They're not going to approve your ass if you start thinking about a no income proof business loan or a no income proof business line of credit. It just doesn't happen. Okay, so I want you to really delete right now from your vocabulary when it comes to a no income proof business loan. I want you to delete from your vocabulary banks and credit unions. So this leaves you with what? Alternative lenders or online lenders. So this is the category of lenders who are, they are risk takers. Okay, while banks and credit unions are risk averse, this category of lenders, they love risk. Well, but they are going to charge your ass a lot of APR too, though. So don't think that this thing don't come cheap. You probably will be receiving 2 digits APR anyway. That's just the basics, I mean, the thing here is that you have to understand that no lender will ever give you a loan without some type of guarantee from you. Okay. And the thing is, sometimes we get questions on our YouTube channel, people talking about, well, y'all talking about no income pro business loan. How come I'm not able to qualify? Well, boss, you're not qualifying because you have not provided anything in return. See, lenders are not non-for-profits. They're not charities. Okay. Hey, I want you to get it straight. They're not charities. So you got to give them something. And that something is basically your credit card sales statements or your equipment financing. You got to give them title to your equipment. Okay. So if you want more information about the subject, you want to watch our catalog of videos. We have covered this topic at length. Okay. And if you have questions, you can also comment below. We will answer you. So big decision time. I mean, not this big decision time, but the decision you have to make now is, which lender would you choose? Which lender are you going to choose for your no income pro business loan? What are the criteria you have to pay attention to? Again, look for those videos in our catalog of videos. We have more than 1,000 videos on various credit subjects. So just search. But if you have questions, please drop comments below and I will answer you. The third thing I want you to pay attention to, boss, are you there? I want you to make sure that you can prove that you have a legit business. Obviously, you want a no income proof business loan, right? Okay, for your new LLC, that's cool. Okay, well, can you prove that you have an LLC in the first place? That's what it is. Or you just walking around and just bragging about, I have a new LLC, but whatever, you haven't filed the paperwork to actually register your LLC. What's the status? Talk to me. Don't try to razzle dazzle me. I don't want that. Just go straight to the point. Tell the truth. Tell the facts. Okay? Make it plain. Make it plain. Tell me exactly whether or not you have filed an LLC. If you have an LLC, if you have a legit business, you should be able to produce to the lender. When they ask you, you got to tell them your EIN, your employer identification number. You got to be able to show them that your LLC status is confirmed. In other words, you have received paperwork from the state authorities that you have a certificate of good standing. Okay, you have filed your articles of organization. There is a plethora, not a plethora. I mean, that's a wrong word here, but there is a series of steps you got to follow. Okay, 3-4 steps, and sometimes if you don't have time or you have no knack for this kind of process, you can outsource the whole thing. There are companies online that actually take care of the whole thing for you. They will file your LLC for you. They will just get all the paperwork ready. They will be your agent also. Okay, and have you acquired the required business licenses and permits in your industry? It's not about just saying, well, I'm a new LLC. I haven't gotten time to do it. Well, if you want to apply for a no income proof business loan, you better be ready in terms of business licenses and permits. This is important. What about tax registration? Boss, talk to me about that. Grandpa, I'm talking to you. If you have a new LLC business, you got to really take care of that. You got to take care of you need to have your tax registration up to date. Think about also having a business bank account. Okay, grandpa, grandma, aunt, nephew, uncle, whatever. Are you listening to me right now? If you have the new LLC business, you want to have a no income proof business loan, you need to have a business bank account. Don't just trying to tell me like, well, I haven't gotten a chance to open a business bank account. You got to open a business bank account because that's how the lender is going to send you the money. If you don't have an account, how do you think they're going to send you the money? I mean, when we talk about business loans, we're talking about a lot of money. So you think people will be sending you a lot of cash or like a lot of cash at your doorstep? No, boss. So here is a winner strategy for you. You want to make sure that you plan everything that shows that your business is legit. And the best way to do this is to have not only your legal compliance ready, but also write a business plan. I want to talk to you now about the fourth hack that will help you a lot. If you want to have a no income proof business loan, you need to prepare a projected balance sheet that shows your business is viable. I want you to picture this. You have a new LLC business, okay? You're new in the industry. You are a new kid on the block, okay? On the block. Everybody, you probably are just intimidated, whatever. But the thing here is that you have to be able to prepare a projected balance sheet. Not income statement, balance sheet. So you have to show your short-term assets. Why projected? Because you have not gotten a chance to experience, to have an actual operational history yet. So everything you do at this point is just projected. Okay, it's estimated. That's why and the thing here is that you can actually use accounting software such as QuickBooks or Xero, Expensify, or Wave, whatever, to do projections. Okay, but the projections have to be realistic, very important. And I'm not trying to tell you to do something you can't do yourself. If you have no knack for this kind of stuff, please, boss, you want to outsource things. Okay, I want you to really just hire a local CPA, or you want to hire someone, an accountant locally, to kind of assist you. This is very important. Okay, so that the things are done right. So when we talk about projected balance sheet, we are trying to show that the business, the LLC business, is viable, and this will help you actually convince the lender that you are able to repay whatever money you take back. You can repay it back. You can repay it. Now, you can pay it back, okay? And it's very important to talk about your short-term assets. I'm speaking about inventory, invoices, okay? Accounts receivable, rather. So accounts receivable, inventory, your cash position, all that kind of stuff. That's short-term assets. You got to talk about long-term assets also in your projected balance sheet. We're speaking about equipment, fixed assets, right? Anything that is fixed, that has value, that has a useful life of more than 1 year is considered in accounting, in a US GAAP, is considered a long-term asset. Okay, you have to do the same thing for short-term liabilities and long-term liabilities. So the bottom line here, and the thing here, is that when you do the delta between your total assets and your total liabilities is called your initial owner's equity. Okay, I don't want to get into advanced accounting here, but the bottom line here is that if you have a new LLC business and you're trying to really prepare a projected balance sheet, make sure you have a professional do it for you. Obviously, you have to give them the data. You have to give them all the information they need, but they can actually create for you a very a compelling projected balance sheet. Okay, big decision time, boss. Big decision time. Do you currently have a balance sheet? How long has your LLC been established? If you don't have a balance sheet right now, if you don't have a projected balance sheet, what are the steps you need to take to make sure that it happens? You better have a projected balance sheet. Okay. I want to talk to you now about the cash flows. So the same thing I explained for balance sheet, you got to have it also for your cash flows. In other words, you need to prepare a projected statement of cash flows to demonstrate positive liquidity. That's the key word here, positive liquidity. Remember that we are talking about what? We're talking about a new LLC business, and you are trying to get a no-income-proof business loan. But if you can't prove that your business is viable from a liquidity perspective, why would they give you the cash in the first place anyway? Boss, think about that. It's all logic. Cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect. If you can't prove that you will have the enough cash to pay them back, why would they give you the cash in the first place? They ain't no fool. Okay, lenders are very smart, especially when we talk about no income proof lenders, business lenders. They are risk takers, but they're super smart, super duper smart. Okay, so you got to be in a position where you actually prepare a projected statement of cash flows. And when we talk about a cash flow statement, we are speaking about three main categories. And those categories are what? We are speaking about operating cash flows. In other words, cash flows from operating activities. We're speaking about investing cash flows, aka cash flows from investing activities. We are speaking about financing cash flows, aka cash flows from financing activities. Okay, this is not a course, this is not a crash course on cash flow statements, but again, you can hire someone to do the job for you. I don't want you to really trying to really stress yourself out if you have no idea of what US GAAP is, you have no idea of what the US GAAP are, you have no idea what the US GAAP says that a cash flow statement should look like. Okay, the whole thing here is that you want to actually always outsource to the right person. So money. What is your situation, boss? What is your situation to actually to paint a positive picture about your business? I don't care if your business is new, your LLC is new. It doesn't matter. It's all about estimations. It's all about projections. So if you're able to convince the lender that, hey, listen, I have complete faith in my business. Whatever it is, I know that I can actually pull the cash to repay you. You would be approved in no time. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about no income proof business loan for a new LLC business. I'm sharing with you a few hacks to make sure that you get approved right off the bat when you apply, okay? And now we want to talk about the rationale, okay? You need to explain why your business cannot account for and report on its income. Yeah, that's the elephant in the room, because you're applying for a no income proof business loan. So why can't you record your business loan, your business income in the first place? Obviously, you might say, well, I'm new. But if you're new, do you have your business accounting processes in place? Okay, you might be saying, well, the business is new. I haven't gotten a chance to actually establish everything. Well, and they will tell you, okay, why don't you just go back with a few months when you have set up everything? Come talk to us again. And the thing here is that you got to have an answer, and your answer better be clear. Beware that if you are looking for a no income proof business loan, the lender might be thinking of you as you not being serious about your business. In other words, if you don't set up your accounting, if you say the business is new, if you're giving excuses, blah 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 blah, the lender might think that what, I don't think this person is really serious about the business in the first place. Probably this is like a hobby, something they do on the side, nothing serious. So we don't have to give our attention to this business loan application anyway. So the lender will ask the election you have had with the IRS. Remember, and I'm going to explain this in the next section. The thing here is that when you say no income proof business loan, there are several questions, but the most important question is, if you don't have no income at the business level, are you filing your taxes at all? Are you filing your business taxes? Answer that. What is your accounting type? Are you using the cash method or the accrual method? Those are important elements, because when we are talking about no income proof business loan, whatever, but that situation that you cannot prove your income has financial reporting consequences, but also fiscal consequences. The IRS will come in and audit your ass if you don't file your taxes. So the review here is what? You want to review your business processes, your accounting processes. Have you set up accounting processes yet? If you have, this is good. The question is, what is your status with the IRS? What is the election that you have with the IRS in terms of are you filing as a sole proprietorship in case you are a single member LLC, or are you filing as a partnership or as an S corp? Have you had the right election? Have you made the right election? Speaking of which, let's talk about taxes. This is really important, and this is actually the last hack I want you to pay attention to. Now, you might be thinking, hey, listen, I want to get a no income proof business loan. Yes, but the lender is just worried about their ass. They don't want the IRS to come knocking on their door and just asking for asking questions. Okay, so they will make sure that you are in a situation where you are compliant with taxes at the federal level, but also at the state level and local levels. Okay, so prove that your business is set up properly to account for and pay taxes at the federal and state levels. This is really important. When we talk about business taxes, this is just an entire topic, okay? But here, you got to talk about your federal income tax. In other words, you have to show the authorities that you are in a situation where you are able to account for your federal income tax and pay it. What about your state income tax? The same thing. We have a process that is similar, that is analogous. Okay, it's really important for you to have this idea that, hey, listen, I am compliant with state income taxes. What about unemployment tax? In other words, if you have employees, or even if you are a single member LLC, you got to really pay attention to that tax. Okay, unemployment tax. What about Social Security? Are you contributing to Social Security and Medicare? This is important also because there are laws, there are Department of Labor laws, there are other laws that actually govern that part of things. And your goal should be to be compliant with everything. I mean, everything. What about Department of Labor regulations? This is also really important. If you have a new LLC business and you have, let's say you have an office, there's something called mandatory posters that you have to really put at the workplace for everybody to see. Okay, we also talk about OSHA restrictions. Okay, so OSHA restrictions is very important. So for us, really, what's really important here is your taxes, but also your compliance regimen, your compliance strategy. This is really important if you want to actually reduce fears from the lenders. So here is a bonus tip for you. If you have made it so far, I'm going to share with you a bonus tip. What you want to do is you want to actually clarify all these things I've been talking to you about. You want to clarify these things in the business plan. Okay, in the business plan, there is a section called operations. You could actually mention that. So you actually shed light on your internal affairs so that a lender or a credit card issuer, for that matter, will feel comfortable giving you the money. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was sharing with you some hacks if you are looking for a no-income-proof business loan for a new LLC, some hacks that will get you approved right away. So you need to understand the kind of loan we're speaking about. You need to know the lenders. You need to actually prove the legitimacy of your business. You got to have a balance sheet, projected cash flows, the rationale behind the no-income-proof business loan, and your compliance. Okay, compliance will be taxes and other regulations. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.